I can hear it whisper my name.
Oh, you gotta give her.
We've got the Oryx here in pieces because we airshipped it. And I just want to be clear, when you get the Oryx, it will be in the box, fully assembled. I know, so you got some comments on it in the last video. It was like, oh no, we got to assemble the apex? No, this is, we just, Danny's laughing right now. Yeah, it's like this because we got it airshipped. Because the batteries have to come separately. Yes, it will be fully assembled when you get the product. Battery box. Look at this. And the completely new suspension system. Now actually this is going to be interesting to put together because it's not like any of the previous Leapercomb wheels. So I'll have to figure that out. Oh, God, this thing's going to be massive. It is like kind of thin looking though, although it might be an illusion because of how wide this thing is. Let's take a crack at this motor. Well, motor, display, everything else that's missing. Look at that absolute unit of a motor. God damn. That is quite large. Here's my hand for scale. Alrighty. So we've got all the parts kind of laid out. Time to put this thing together. Something interesting about this new suspension system is the way it's attached. Like on traditional Leapercomb suspensions, it would be like the internal rod that extends downwards, which is what the motor is connected to, but this time the internal rod is secured both in the bottom and the top, and it's actually the thicker piece which the motor attaches to, which is moving up and down. I'm guessing that should help to not have the motor flex as much. Well, the one thing I initially noticed, which I found kind of odd, was that it's only attached via 4 screws. Like the side plate's only attached via 4 bolts to the suspension rod itself, so I don't know if that'll be a weak point. But then I looked closer and you can see that the blocks are kind of locked in mechanically too. So it's not just the screws holding in all that force. It's those metal blocks that are integrated into the shell itself. So probably won't be an issue. We'll find out. But it's an interesting departure from the traditional design. All right, let's put this thing together. Oh, they mounted this backwards. This is interesting because there's no clamp at all. This is all part of the suspension. Yeah. So this clamps to this and the mudguard. So there's no more like plastic mudguard bracket here anymore. It's just this. It's a very thin rubber piece that's holding this on. I feel like this is very breakable. Oh, like I said, very breakable. Okay, good thing these stay on pretty tightly. There we go. Alrighty. It is done. We have an Oryx. Can I lift it? Let's see. How heavy is this thing? Whoa. Whoa. Yes, that definitely reminds me of my Master Pro. Although, with much more convenient grabbing points, it's not as annoying. It's a nice suspension feel. Oh, it wasn't in transport mode. I mean, I guess that makes sense. The batteries weren't attached to it anyway. But, first steps on this thing. Whoa, that is massive. Ooh. That's pretty nice. That doesn't feel as unwieldy as a Master Pro, shockingly.
Okay, well, first of all, I can just touch the ground. I have to lean so hard. It feels like I have to throw myself. I need power pads to be able to use this thing.
It doesn't feel crazy though, like it feels normal.
No pads pendulum. Wait, no. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is definitely more maneuverable than the Master Pro. Maybe I'll, yeah, how do I turn these off? I can just long press, yeah, there we go. Let's bring these a notch down. Yeah, oh yeah. Now I have way more control with just my toes. I really like the new shape that they gave the toe hooks. I think there's less of a reason to switch out from the stock pads. They're a lot wider and a lot more nicely curved. I wonder if I can do a hop 180 on this. Oh, holy shit, that is heavy. I'm gonna try adjusting some of the settings. Okay, so it's at minimum everything right now. I'm gonna max out both pillars. Oh, that's not that many clicks actually. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 clicks.
No rebound?
No, everything, it's compression, rebound, and preload, apparently. All combined, yeah. Oh yeah, that dampens everything the whole time. Turning that adjustment all the way, I think the most notable of the dampenings is the compression. Although it doesn't want to take off at all, so you definitely feel it dampening everything. It's just a whole lot stiffer. I think overall you can just call this a stiffness adjustment and ignore the fact that it dampens everything. I'm just gonna bring it out all the way back to where it was, which is completely undampened. I wish I could make the rebound a little bit faster. It doesn't pop as nicely as I hoped, but that doesn't really matter for street riding. It feels like when I'm going down drops, there's like, it goes kind of soft, but then there's a point where I hit the dampening. Yeah. Okay, so this is the 66 pounds. But yeah, there's like a, there's a point where it hits the dampening. Interesting. Hey everyone, Future Gabe here. Just letting you know that we have confirmed that there is a defect in the suspension system of our unit. Leaperchem is sending us an upgraded replacement, so just keep that in mind for any suspension-related opinions further on in the video. And Leaperchem's also sending us a version of the headlight with white side lights instead of red. Because everybody knows having red lights on the front of a vehicle is a dumb idea, so I'm glad that they're fixing that and moving on production with white instead of red. Alright, back to the video. We're out here on the weekly ride I host, the Richmond Ramen Ride, where we ride to Richmond and eat ramen every Thursday. And I'm bringing you my first impressions of the Leaperchem Oryx. This is actually my first ride out on it, other than taking the product photos, but I didn't have pads for those, so didn't really get too big of an impression. So I will be delivering my thoughts live. And just immediately I can tell that this is a much more manageable wheel than the Master Pro. I used to own one of those, and it's the same weight, 22-inch wheel, but the Oryx manages to be a little bit more responsive, I think. Responsive, maneuverable, and it has all the firmware features I love in Leaperchem and NOSFET wheels. Right now I've got full acceleration assist as always, and 14% pedal hardness. Although I've actually been riding with 0% pedal hardness and I've been loving that, I just wanted to bring it back up to 14% because that's what I'm used to on other wheels. That's what I compare with. You know, I was worried initially about the use of a very obviously knobby tire as the stock tire on this wheel. And I still would like a street tire on this, but this tire's not bad actually. It actually has a decent amount of gyro effect. It's not too tippy of a knobby tire, and that tippiness is what I really hate about knobbies, but this one doesn't suffer from that as much. When I'm cornering, it feels like it wants to stay mostly vertical. Of course there's a little bit of tippiness, but can't get away from that with knobbies. And all of that, the maneuverability and responsiveness, almost makes you forget you're riding an utterly massive wheel. Almost. Because this thing does feel utterly massive still. Definitely a little bit slower to brake and accelerate than its smaller counterparts. But once you're moving, it's not that bad actually. But then once you're trying to ride slower than, let's say, around 10 kilometers an hour, then you really feel its sluggishness. And especially when you try to hop. Like I'm gonna hop this curb right here. And you can definitely feel that 126 pounds of weight. It's actually 127.4 with the addition of my pads here. But, you know, it's still a very comfortable ride. Because it's so tall, seated riding is super easy. Probably one of the easiest wheels to sit on. Though again, I wish Leaperkim included a seat. It's not impossible to sit on this, but it's a little bit uncomfortable in the texture of the hard trolley handle there. But fortunately, this is actually compatible with Sherman L seats. So if you already own one of those, then you can just slap your seat on it and you'll be fine. Oh, yeah. It's definitely those starting from zero moments where you really notice the weight. But once you get going, it's a nice, stable, and gentle cruise. You know, I think I'm gonna bring my hardness back down to zero because I really liked it there. One thing I'll need to do a little bit more experimenting on is the suspension. I don't know how I feel yet about the new suspension system. All the dampening, compression, rebound, and preload is all adjusted by one screw on both sides. So you don't get that adjustability anymore. It's all in one, which sure, it simplifies things, but I really valued having those adjustments and being able to dial things in. But even with it fully undampened, it still feels like a lot of dampening. And something interesting I find is when I'm going for a jump from the air, there's like just a little bit of moment of travel where there's nothing at all, and then you slam into the dampening. And it honestly feels a little bit harsh, so I'm wondering if there's a way to lessen that or anything. I don't know. And especially for medium bumps in the road, because the suspension is really comfortable for like smooth to somewhat bumpy roads with gentle up and downs, but like harsh cracks and stuff are really detectable. Let's see how it feels on a speed bump. Yeah, like going up was really nice, where it was that gentle uphill, but then the landing felt pretty harsh. So I don't know there. We'll have to see. And also, I'm the one that put this thing together. Maybe I did something wrong. But other than that, I am really liking the way this thing feels so far. Once we get to our brake spot, I'll give these guys a go on it. I'm excited to find out what they think. The Oryx. Let's see how this goes. I wish I had a little more suspension travel. Ooh. The torque is pretty nice. Whoa. That motor noise on acceleration is pretty good. It's braking. Oh, God. Yeah, obviously it's quite heavy, so the acceleration and braking is going to be quite difficult compared to, say, the Lynx. But it's surprisingly responsive given the weight. I don't love the suspension though, I'm not gonna lie. The quality of the dampening is not ideal. But no, it feels like reasonably nimble for a wheel this size. Oh, rolling over stuff is nothing. Yeah, I feel nothing on the grass. Yeah, not bad. Given the size, the weight, the battery, it's like pretty responsive. Like I can actually see this being a really nice like long range cruiser and high-speed cruiser. Higher voltage than the other Leaperkims as well. So I think I could see a lot of people liking this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to do anything worth giving a review for. It's just way too heavy.
Nah, you're good.
I can't brake on a Master Pro. I can't really maneuver a Master Pro.
Then that'll be a good comparison.
I'm curious to see how you do on this end. It's not going to be that much worse than your X30.
You don't know until you've tried it.
True.
Okay.
Oh.
You almost landed that sideways.
What do you mean you'll fall off? You did fine.
Oh, that was scary. I keep forgetting there's nothing in front of my shins. So every time I lean forward, I'm like, ah, squat.
Not used to the knobs yet.
It's not on noodle. If it was on noodle, then the wheel.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I demand noodle mode. I will not ride it if I do not get it.
But it turns really smooth. And I can actually get some air off of it. I can pop it a little bit, but braking is so fucking hard. Braking, I feel like I gotta throw a little more weight back. But maybe it's a Leaperkin thing, but it feels a lot better than a Master Pro. It feels better center of gravity. If I had to choose between this or the Master Pro, I would definitely choose this. I mean, it's similar distance in terms of battery rating, right? But this should get a little more speed, so I don't think I'll ever get to use it, but it's there.
Oh, this is the tightest pad setup in the world.
Oh yeah, my tiny feet. Oh, do you want me to noodle for you?
I didn't struggle with.
I'll noodle it up for you.
You asked me if I want to noodle it up as if I don't know how to. So I mean, I feel like the acceleration assist makes the Sherman Owl feel a lot lighter than it actually is. I feel like it's going to be the same thing with this. It's going to be just... This is really weird. It feels... With the knobby tire and the whole weight of it, it kind of feels like a weird cross between a street tire and the knobby tire, and I can't quite figure it out. Aside from the acceleration forwards and backwards, it kind of feels like it's the Sherman Owl with a more gyro-y tire. Because of the weight, it stops it from wanting to tip either direction. It's very strange, but I can feel this being a very comfortable street wheel. Ah, it's delightful. Oh my God. Still very nimble. I think this is my first proper time with a wheel this large. Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah,
what?
nope.
Jesus, man.
Hey, is this your first time really testing out a 22-inch?
It is. Is your Master a 22-inch?
Yeah, my Master Pro is 22 inches. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, so I
so-
guess you've read that.
That's the one other wheel I've tried that's 22-inch, which is interesting. So, honestly, I can get behind them now.
Hell yeah.
If it wasn't for the extra weight, because I have to lift my wheel up an entire flight of stairs
God,
every
yeah.
time.
You would not want to do that with that.
No. I mean, it's like Kingston said, oh, just roll it up, it'll be fine. You got the nice big tire, but it's like,
I mean, you might, he's not wrong, but your staircase wouldn't look too pretty after.
oh my God, my staircase already looks completely trashed from it.
Wow, that was nothing. So, I'm here at Intro to Speed Vancouver with the Leaperkin Oryx. Gonna find out what more people think about it and test it on our little racetrack. And for those of you who don't know what Intro to Speed is, it's just a little casual racing event, very family friendly. People come and hang out, chat, and practice their skills in our little parking lot racetrack.
Okay, sit down.
What do you think?
I can hear it whisper my name. Tony. Tony, buy me.
Great.
Yeah.
Very stable.
Yeah, like it's surprisingly like You get the rhythm of it when you're actually going into like the windy bits, and as soon as like it kind of has a nice pop to it. Like, you know, it kind of go like bam, 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 bam.
It's so awkward doing the S's because it's so heavy.
It's a little bit of a different time, and once you get it, it's actually quite surprisingly nimble.
I feel like I'm braking abruptly during my S's.
I think if you're a tall rider, it actually works really well, like in terms of the ergonomics, because it has the top of the wheel kind of going right about where my knee is. And that feels like a really good kind of like leverage point to get those kind of boom, boom, quick direction changes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to ride it. It's way too, way too big and heavy.
It's nice. I like it. I think a lot of it really comes down to your body geometry as to how much you can get out of it. And in terms of like the lean forward on the hard acceleration, yeah, it felt quite responsive, smooth. Yeah. I'm really impressed by it. It's just a beast of a wheel.
I'm just gonna try and lift it. It's doable. You don't need a gym with this. Okay.
Kickstand test?
I feel like if I had it on my Bigo stock kickstand, I would tip over just from doing that.
Oh yeah. So it's good then.
I mean, I'm kicking it, but I'm not kicking hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I want one, but I don't have $7 grand. Oh, that's cool. That definitely feels more like a freaking one-wheeled motorcycle. It doesn't feel big.
Like, is that tire tip? No. Your off-road tire is way more worse. Yeah, it pulls you down. You should try this one. This is nice, this tire.
Feels nice.
Right? How's the tire feel?
Kind of good. I might like these pads too.
Yeah, they were nice. First time I used them, I didn't even think about that.
I'm really liking that.
I didn't even think about that, to be honest.
Oh, first time using these pads?
Yeah.
I didn't even digest that.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
I thought it was.
I didn't think I would.
I guess it wasn't that bad.
Take some weight to move it, eh?
Yeah. It is 126 pounds.
Such a solid wheel.
Yeah.
Not light.
I don't know about the tire, but
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, I'd rather have a street tire on it too, but it's not bad, honestly.
It's good for the season.
Yeah.
All the knobby tires I've tried, I actually quite like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, of all the knobby tires I've tried, that one's actually the one that actually seems to be the most like street friendly.
Oh, yeah, it's a unit.
3.5 inches.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna order it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Alrighty. Let's take this thing on the track. I've already done some practice laps, so I sort of know what it's like. But yeah, it's heavy. But the one thing that I'm not liking about it on the track really is the tire. I think if it had a proper street tire on it with gyro, I could really send these corners real hard without worrying about scraping. I think it being as heavy as it is just means that I have to think a little bit further in advance, especially when it comes to braking. Oh, this brakes decently well. It's obviously no Apex or Lynx, but it's definitely more nimble than a Master Pro. And I'm pleasantly surprised about that. It's like I'm not having to spend as much effort accelerating or braking as the Master Pro. And while not a street tire, this tire is still plenty nimble in the corners without spending too much time leaned over like a stock Kenda tire. But again, as all knobby tires are, it does lean a lot. Yeah, it's shockingly not bad. Now, is this thing gonna win any races? I doubt it, but its nimbleness for its size, I'm sure it'll make a good street wheel. I feel like a lot of people will be put off by the fact that it's a massive 22-inch wheel that weighs 126 pounds, but it maneuvers all right. I'm not having that much trouble just whipping it around these little curves, and the braking performance feels pretty good too. You know, even I feel like there's a bunch of smaller wheels that brake worse than this. so it's doing great. And earlier in the day, there was a bit of weirdness with the pedals going on firmware-wise, where it would dip down around corners. But all I had to do was turn up that tilt compensation value. And now the pedals are staying nice and level as they're around these corners, not floating around or doing anything weird. Overall, it feels great. And like after a few of these laps, honestly, I kind of forget how big of a wheel I'm riding. You only really remember its size when you have to ride it slow. But of course, the lap times I'm gonna get probably aren't nearly as quick as what I usually do. Woo! This is actually pretty fun. It's very different. It's so smooth. It requires so much bodily flow. Oh yeah. I hate this hairpin with this tire. I wish I had a street tire, man. For a wheel that's main draw is being a comfortable cruiser, it's not too bad on the racetrack.
Okay, I think that's the one I'm gonna do my speed runs on. Give me this one.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna do your time trials on the Oryx?
Gonna do my time trials on the Oryx.
Alrighty.
Big boy, big wheel. All right, here we go.
Look on the bright side, I'm taking it high. Look in the bright light, I'm losing my sight. I'm keeping it burning, I'm hotter than ice. I'm climbing the high rise, I'm sick of this hype.
Throw that thing. Ah, you gotta throw hard, man. Woo! Oh, you got a giver. Woo! Good.
I'm feeling the burn, it's getting hot. I'm making a sign, you pick it up.
Of the year, but I'm very surprised how it maneuvers.
Yeah.
I still think the 20-inch would be
Oh,
a
absolutely.
little bit smoother, but it's probably just because I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to commit 3 laps on the Oryx without falling.
Yeah, without falling. That's the goal.
All right.
I don't plan on trying to get my same time as the X30, but as long as I complete it, you know?
I just find it how funny it is that so many people are doing lap times on the Oryx.
You gotta put a subcategory.
How can you not?
Yeah, yeah. See who can win the Oryx category.
Exactly. Oh, it hurts inside my knees because it's so high up.
Dude, I've got like a bruise here now from riding that.
I feel like I'll see a bruise later tonight.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a height requirement on this wheel. Like, you know, it's like you want to hit you here, not hit you up here.
I mean, if they had the option to raise the pedal up, I feel like it might ruin the COG, but it might make it a little better.
It actually is on the taller setting.
You get some like reverse elevator shoes, it's like thicker
I can't
pedals.
get any taller, okay?
It's like thicker pedals.
Okay, time to set some lap times on this big boy. All right. He's not lean again.
Well, you got the fastest time of the day.
What?
32.54.
32.54?
Yep.
Oh. Wow. That's surprising. I didn't think I'd do good at all on this thing.
Probably been looking at the technique of the guys like that. Oh yeah.
You did.
All right, so that concludes our first impressions review of the Oryx. Now real quick, I just wanted to go over some things I didn't really touch on in the video, one of which being the pedals. Leapercam finally decided to do proper studded pedals that are actually really grippy. That's nice, and they are backwards compatible with the previous Leapercam wheels, so that's awesome too. Next up is the range, which is really the main feature of this wheel, but we didn't really do a proper range test in this video. Don't you worry, I have a plan for that. It's coming in the next one. But from my own personal riding of this throughout the week, and from Marty's testing video, I can say that this performs at around the same, if not a little bit better than the Master Pro in terms of range. So you will be getting that massive range that comes with the massive wheel. Otherwise, I'm overall really satisfied with how this thing performs and feels as a long-range cruising wheel. Yes, it is massive and a bit unwieldy, but probably not as much as you'd think from just looking at it. And if you're the kind of rider that needs that extra long distance and is okay with a massive wheel, then this is kind of the best option out there for you right now.